Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a movie review of the new film, Tom and Jerry. A legendary rivalry reemerges when Jerry moves into New York City's finest hotel on the eve of the wedding of the century, forcing the desperate event planner to hire Tom to get rid of him. As mayhem ensues, the escalating cat and mouse battle soon threatens to destroy her career, the wedding, and possibly the hotel itself. Is it January still? Because this is the kind of movie that should have came out in January, because this movie is not firing on all cylinders. It really feels like a throwaway film, because did we really need a Tom and Jerry movie in 2021? So to start things off, the glaring issue with Tom and Jerry, it was never focused on the plot. It was never focused on anything besides some slapstick humor, some punch here, punch there, hit with a weapon here, hit with a weapon there. It was just mindless entertainment. So try to stretch that into 100 minutes of film, not 90 minutes, not 80 minutes, which would have been better served. And the plot that the filmmakers thrust into this movie is boilerplate. It felt like it was coming out of the 1990s or even the 1980s, and it just was not working for me. The first topic of discussion is the fact that there are emerging animated art styles and live action art styles. I thought it was an interesting move to go with a more traditional cartoon element, because a big aspect of reboots over the past 10 or 20 years is to take animated characters and make them into CGI. Think The Lion King. They didn't do that here, and I think this movie is a little bit better served for that. It made it feel more like a Tom and Jerry cartoon of the day. So I like that aspect, and the traditional humor style that they went for is pretty much the same. Tom and Jerry aren't in the movie that much. They're probably in a quarter of the movie, and the rest is this weird side plot with Chloe Grace Moretz and Michael Pena. And I wasn't going into this movie for that. I wanted to see Tom and Jerry running around, and they don't talk in this movie. Probably not a great recipe for a movie starring them, but it was true to the cartoon. But I just don't think this was the greatest material to make into a live action film. One, Tom and Jerry isn't that popular with kids nowadays, and it's just not the right cartoon for a full length. And this movie does what a lot of kids movies do, and that's assuming that the kids are dumb, and the only reason that this movie is being watched is so the parents can distract them for 100 minutes. And that's pretty apparent here, because it's a lot of poop jokes, a lot of slapstick humor. There's not a lot here for adults. So if you're a parent watching this, I'm so sorry. Put on The Croods, A New Age or something. You'll get a lot more enjoyment out of it. But I will say the movie is shot pretty well. It's very vibrant. It's very fun. That's what they're going for. They're going for a bright New York City time. And Chloe Grace Moretz, she does a pretty solid job in the lead role. Colin Jost from SNL is also in this movie. He plays the affluent groom in this, and I think he has a lot of underrated one-liners. And also Michael Pena does a really good job. I like seeing him in Ant-Man, so the fact that he popped up here, that was a cool aspect to the movie. The performances aren't the problem here. It's everything surrounding him. This plot is just filled with plot holes and conveniences. Tom and Jerry don't feel like they're in their own movie. The humor style is nothing new, and it's just kind of insulting to kids and their parents. And by the end of it, it does show a little bit of heart. It does feel like a tacked on scene at the end. It doesn't feel like this was the traditional ending that they were going for. A lesson of teamwork and understandings at the end of this. But I think this would have been better as like a 30 or 25 minute episode of a show. I don't think this should have been a movie. I don't know how this got released in theaters. I don't know why I went and saw it. I don't know why I sat in a theater with my friend at 2:50 in the afternoon and watched this with a bunch of parents who were just trying to distract their kids and get them to shut up for 100 minutes. I don't know why I saw this. It was fine. It wasn't the most egregious thing in the world. Looked good. There was good production value. But there's just nothing here. There's nothing new. There's nothing. So would I recommend you watch this movie? No, just watch some of the old cartoons. Those are funnier and easier to digest, and you'll have a lot more fun with this. So my final rating for Tom and Jerry 2021, it's a solid 3 out of 10. It's nothing special. Don't risk COVID and going out to the movie theaters for this. Just watch it on HBO Max if you want your kids to shut up. If not, there's plenty of other things going on HBO Max. Godzilla vs. Kong will be on there in a couple weeks. Just wait for that. Don't get a subscription for this movie. It is nothing new, and it's going to be $5 in the Walmart bargain bin by the end of the year. Quote me on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
I think I might have just pulled this off.
Really? We blowing up the whole thing. Everybody in the bouncy house go